Hello, I'm FTX Toycat, and welcome back to another episode of my TU35 Let's Play. This is a Let's Play I started after the most recent major update came out for Minecraft on the console, and which so far I've had quite a bit of fun with. We've built a city, we've built some stuff to go over the city, and we've even got a couple of houses to go all along with that. But however, today, we're not focusing on the main part of the city, the part where the villagers are going to roam around and where the stuff is. Instead, we're focusing on Cat Town. This is a particular district of the city, kind of like how, New York has, Manhattan, and then there's, Brooklyn and the other ones. This is the Cat Town, or the Cat Quarters, as it should be called, and this is where lots of cat-related buildings are going to be going, including today's build, which is going to be actual cat towers. You know the things where you buy for cats, where they climb all over them? I'm going to be building one of those today, and that's a really, really vague description, but that's what the Let's Play is all about, vague descriptions and weird builds. So hopefully you do enjoy this video. If you do, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like the Let's Plays and stuff, and also, do keep in mind that this is something I have built before once. So I built this, also I probably shouldn't have turned all the dark oak into stuff, but whatever, let's just go with it. Basically, I have built this for once before. I think it was for a 1.9 live Let's Play I did. It was a very, very long time ago, so you may recognize this. If you do, that's pretty cool. And if you don't, then just pretend this is for the first time, actually. So yeah, with that said, let's start just over here, I guess, because I want to have a build over there, a build over here to match it, and then maybe something behind them, like maybe a jungle tree. We have dark oak saplings, not jungle saplings. We could make a jungle tree from those if we wanted to. Wait. If we can find spruce trees, or in fact, there's jungle trees just over there. We'll chop one of those down, worst case scenario, because I took a bunch of jungle wood back with me from wherever I was before, but the thing I didn't realize at the time was that actually, there was a jungle tree right over there, and there is this tiniest jungle biome between the edge of the old world, the classic size 360 world, and then this world. There's literally one jungle tree there now, but one jungle tree is better than zero. I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah, one is definitely better than zero, and that's what we got there. Anyway, let's start by focusing on the cat tower thing, because I kind of want it to be separated from this, but kind of not at the same time. So wait, let's just work on it and see where we go. So this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8. I think if we go all the way to here, we're going to start to cause problems. So instead, we'll make this the end and just make this go 2 blocks further this way. So this is 9, oops, this is 10, and now we just need to go 10 this way, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and isn't that wonderful? Now we can just fill in the blocks, and then we can start working on the cat tower in a second, which actually is going to require all of this. So let's make some priorities. This diamond axe with literally 2 uses left on it, probably not as useful as the birch planks I'm actually going to be using, because yeah, 1 block inwards on each side, which I think... It's funny that the moment I get rid of the axe, which has literally 2 uses, I have 2 uses for an axe. Actually, it might be 1 use. Let's see. Let's break this and see if it breaks the axe. It doesn't. Okay, it was 2 uses. Well, now I feel extra silly. I make a sarcastic comment about how I'm totally not going to need it, and then it just comes up that way. But that's fine. And then this is where the birch kind of towers are going to come up, because again, if you've ever seen a cat tower, it's usually this big kind of square thing with lots of mini towers coming off it. So they're going to look something like this, where we're just up a block, and I'm scared to go up a few more blocks, but let's just go up 3 blocks, and then on top of that, we kind of surround it with these blocks. With stuff like this, just like that. And then this is the cat tower. It's a pretty simple concept, honestly, but it's one that I think looks really cool when you can do it just right. And either way, it's going to work with the kind of cat theme thing, the cat town, the cat quarters, that we got going on here. And that's the dream anyway. And worst case scenario, it's just some random cat towers, which I like the idea of anyway. So then we have a second tower up here. This is where my old Let's Play actually had, on the 1.9 Let's Play, I actually had my house and my stuff in here. But again, it's not really too convenient for that to be there. So here we'll just have kind of another kind of top point where it's this is stuff that goes up here and whatnot. So we'll do the same just around there, because the top of these, by the way, is going to stay birchwood, because it kind of, I think it just kind of fits the theme better that way. I don't know, I've never done woodworking in real life. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's a very common hobby, or actually it's a pretty common hobby, but it's not common for people that are whatever age I am these days. But yeah, it's one of those hobbies you pick up in your late 30s. Or anyway, point being though is even though I've never woodworked, I'd like to believe I know some of the basics from the woodworking class. Which in America they actually do something called woodworking, which is kind of a shame, as I understand it from TV. Whereas here there's just a class called design technology, maybe. Yeah, it was called DT, design technology. And all we did is just a bunch of goofing around, we're gonna make designs, except we can't actually afford wood. So if you wanna build your that was a thing. Okay, that was a thing we did too. Actually, now that I think about it, there was a lot of weird underfundingness going on in my school, because there was a swimming pool until literally the year before I went there when they're like, oh, this is too expensive, we're going to close that down. And also, if you wanted to, so you could build your stuff for free and it would be fine, but you have to use a really limited amount of wood, and like, you know, there'd be a guy staring at you, making sure you didn't use too much wood for your thing, which is really, really bizarre. And then if you wanted to actually take the thing home, you had to pay all the cost of material and then like double, because obviously you got to pay for everyone who doesn't take theirs home. And it's like, am I not allowed to be proud of something unless I pay for it? So yeah, that was one of those ridiculous little things. I paid for it once and it was oh yeah, what it was like a Game Boy Advance, except the Game Boy Advance was a toy and the Game Boy Advance was inside a box. It was a weird project. But anyway, we have now. I don't have shears on me, but I need to. You know, one dead bush is fine. Let's just kill the dead bush, and just like that, we've got the base for the cat tower. So yeah, now you should hopefully be able to see the kind of thing we're going for. You know, where the cats climb up and they sit on the top. Because the thing about cats that a lot of people don't realize, and this is one of those ridiculous little facts about cats, is that cats are really, really ridiculous animals. Like, we bred them a long time ago because we're like, yeah, we need to have, I don't know, like, no rats, because rats. Honestly, I don't even know what's so bad about rats. But, you know, there's something bad about them. Maybe they eat your food. Maybe, you know, they crawl into your body while you sleep, and then they eat you from the inside. I'm not sure what it is about rats, but there's clearly something wrong with them, because otherwise we wouldn't make such a big deal. And as a result of that, so this goes, I guess it'll go 5 blocks like that one. Is that 5? Okay, let's just go 5. No, it must be in 6, and then that'll go 6, and then this will go higher as well. So yeah, there you go. That can work that way. But yeah, I don't know what's so bad about rats. I guess diseases maybe. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the Black Death was caused by rats. Fun fact about that. Apparently, like a solid 45% of some European countries died from that, which is pretty crazy if you put that into like today's standards. I've always wondered this. I know this is like a terrible thing to wonder, but like, how would the world deal with like an epidemic like that? Because you know how we freak out about like Ebola, like that was a big thing last year, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know. Like I said, I'm apparently an old man who can't recognize time. But basically, yeah, like, you know, how the world freaks out about stuff like that. I wonder how we'd freak out about an actual disease, or because we've had so many like fake freakouts. Because you know, that's how the media is designed to work to some extent. Like, it used to be all about like, okay, we're gonna inform the people, and then at some point it became about, yeah, look how cool we are. Oh, darn it, now we're trapped down here. I don't know how I made this mistake, but I did it, and we're gonna work around that. So for now, you kind of see the idea at the very least. Now this goes up another layer, and that's how that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. We just have to work out a way up there that doesn't. Oh wait, easy way. No. Okay, so we need ladders anyway. Let's make some. Do we have sticks? We have sticks. Let's make some ladders. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, the cat town's really getting a good start, I think. We do need to get cats here still. Kind of like how we need villagers for the rest of it. But I think it'd be cool to move in all the residents at once to see like if any contentions happen. Because I'm pretty sure. I mean, oh wait, we need 2 sets of ladders. Actually, we'll take 4. We'll take 4 sets of ladders. Because I'm pretty sure this is my very poorly educated opinion. I'm sure, but so remove that. Get this one out. I'm pretty sure that if you put some villagers and some cats together, I know in real life if that was like the composition of a place, I'm sure there'd be some problems. I don't know what the problems would be. I just think there would be some, and that's gonna happen in Minecraft, right? Like the villagers gonna look at the cats and be like, ugh, what do they think they're doing, living in Toy Catopia, or is it Toy Cat Town, Toy Catopia, whatever the name of the place is. Kind of like how that happens in real life. So yeah, that's my thinking. Not that I actually think that has any real effect on the game, but something that I did think was worth doing. So this is going to go another 5 blocks. Maybe it's 6 on it. I think it was 6 before. This time it's going to be 5 because... No, let's just go 6. You know what? When in doubt, just continue roughly what you thought you did before and just hope you're right, you know? Which is a real life thing. So I was actually thinking about something recently, and this is like a serious topic, but like with most things I discuss in Let's Play, I'm not going to be talking about it too seriously, because there's something in a lot of countries, not in most of the countries that watch this video, but if you're from like Thailand and Israel, I'm going to make up countries, well, not that they're made up countries, but I think it's true in those countries that if once you turn 18, you have to serve a certain number of years in the military. That's how they, you know, instead of doing advertising like they do in the UK, which admittedly it kind of seems silly when the comparison is just, oh, why don't we just force people to join the army? But yeah, what they do in a lot of countries is they just kind of force people, and it's called mandatory military service or duty. You know, there's some fancy name for it like that. Also, I have 1 too many ladders because I did do 5 before and I did 6 here. Which means everything's out of balance now. Probably. Actually, no, it looks just fine, right? I think that looks fine. We just need 1 more tower on top of all of this, and then we'll be all good. So we'll place this last tower just up there, and then that can be where the really high cats go. I don't know how we're going to get cats up here, like it's going to be a real mess, really. But that's half the fun, if you ask me. So now we just surround this with some stuff. I'd make it bigger than the other ones, but, you know, that seems like it's a tricky solution. But yeah, so what I was saying is a lot of countries have mandatory military service. When you turn a certain age, you have to serve the military. It's one of those just things about life that's a fact of life for those people. And a lot of people will have to give up their give up their citizenship. Because if you don't if you don't do it, you lose your citizenship of the country. Because I think if you live in the country, you're meant to go to prison. Or I don't know what the parts are, but point being, it's a big deal, right, in some parts of the world. And rather than seriously discussing it, the one thing I was thinking about is, wouldn't it be really cool if we had something like that, but kind of like how in the Legend of Zelda series, when you turn 13, or it's just when you turn of age, but it's always assumed to be 13, I think. Also, did we just complete the cat tower? I think we did. Yeah, go us. There's something a little bit off about that last tower, I think. Like, I really like this. I think that does need to perhaps be a block taller to kind of fit the theme of what we're going for here. Also, maybe there should be... You know, I like what we got. I like what we got. This is a cat tower, the kitty tower, if you will. And I just think we need to have some form of block around here, where it's red sand. Should we just make it red sand? Just something to fill in this gap, because otherwise it looks really strange if you ask me. But then, again, that's just my opinion. We'll see how that does go. The next thing we need to do, though, is work out a second thing to build, and then have a jungle tree where we'll have, like, a cat fort on top of it. Because, again, cats like jungles, so we need to have, like, a fake simulated jungle here. So if we have a bunch of dirt, which we don't have, but if we find a bunch of dirt, we place that around here. We have a jungle tree in it, and then it's like the cats have a natural habitat. Because again, this entire place is meant to be where cats live, and cats don't live in houses. You know, cats aren't like me and you. They live in their own places. But oh yeah, it'd be cool if you know, when we turn 13, you have to wear the green clothes from Legend of Zelda, and like you have to go around and like slay monsters and stuff. I don't know how you'd actually do that, and I know this is me being ridiculous, but I feel like, you know, I watched that, and kind of in the same way how, you know, you get really disappointed when you turn 15 and you don't get a letter from Hogwarts, and you're like, I guess I'm really not a wizard. I was so convinced I genuinely would get a letter from Hogwarts, by the way. I was like, okay, this explains everything. I'm gonna be a wizard. It's totally possible. And it's one of those sad little things that, like, I don't know. When something like that doesn't come true, you're like, well, I guess the rest of this whole stuff in life doesn't come true either. So I'm just saying we should either, like, we gotta pick. I guess really we should pick between when you turn 13, you go to Hogwarts, or you can become a green man that fights monsters and solves quests and I don't know, fights monsters, solves quests. I don't know, defeats Ganon. That's what we should do when we turn 15. That's all I'm saying, and I think it's a pretty useful little point there. So, yeah, a lot of people, so just as a fun little response to the last episode, as we kind of place a lot of dirt around here, because I'm really cautious, because I know I want a building here, and I don't know how big I want the building to be. And I don't know what the building even is going to be. I guess like a giant bucket of milk. Oh, should I make a giant bucket of milk? I just came up with I genuinely came up with the idea as I was thinking of it. So, this is a bucket, which is made from roughly silvery blocks, which we could easily do with, I mean, an iron block would do it, but I don't have that much iron blocks. Or we could probably do it with stone, like make a stone. Yeah, if we can make a stone bucket here, so if we approximate, that's probably going to be like 6 blocks wide at the base and 9 blocks wide at the top. Then we go 1, okay, we'd have to start here, I guess. So we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, we do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, because round numbers. And then the rest of this over here, this will be our jungle. So the cool thing about, the really cool thing about placing dirt, or placing grass, I should say, in deserts, is you do get a distinct color of grass, which isn't too far off from jungles. Actually, it is a little bit far off, but it's not so far as you might think. So here's grass from so grass in my hand is what it should look like in I think that's extreme hill grass because it's not plains, but you know it's close enough to the normal grass. But if you place it down in a desert, you're gonna get this really kind of anemic-y green, but it's close to the jungle extreme green. It's not quite there, but it's close, and that's all that counts in my opinion. So we just place a bunch of this over here. And we'll make like a big square that should all center out around somewhere. So if we make this go over to there, and then like another 6 blocks, we'll ignore this for now. Then we got a rough square around here. Yep. Is that a square? Wait, easy way to check a square. You go diagonal, and you can. And then from here, yeah, what we got is we got ourselves a square which will have a jungle tree in it. I think we'll have to make the jungle tree in the corner here. So as soon as, just break that. The junk tree will be like there. And then there'll be a way for the cats to climb up, and they could jump from that to there. And there'll be wonderful places for cats to stay. There'll be a giant bucket of milk, hopefully, which will be filled with something on the inside. It's a shame you can't, in the same way you can stain water on the Pocket Edition and soon the PC. There should be a way to do that with you don't need a cauldron, but there should be a way to make milk, but like as an object. So I don't know how I'm going to make the inside of the milk bucket, but that's the goal here. A bucket of milk, a cat tower, and a jungle tree. That's going to be our cat town. And I think we've done pretty well so far. Although, there is one other big concern I wanted to get done today, and since we have some extra time, let's do it, That's how time works, I think, sometimes. Like, if you have spare time, do things with the time. I'd recommend that. That's one of my favourite little tips for life right there. Do things with the time you have, because sometimes time runs out. But yeah, so, I once again respond to some of the comments from last week's, because, again, I had a lot of fun last week, even though it was a shorter episode. It was just one of those times where it's like, I'm going to cut this now, because that ended on a nice note. And a lot of people had specific responses to a lot of the specific things I said, so I figured I would address some of those. I was going to say specifically, but directly. So, first of all, it's a lot of people talking about, different food combinations. It is impressive how many people have their own, food combinations. Sounds like cheese and onion crisps, chicken soup. It's the best thing ever. And that sounds horrendous to me, but yeah, apparently someone likes it. Sounds like you need to try a baby carrot and a cereal bar at the same time. And it's like, okay then, I don't like carrots, but nice for the list. And a lot of people had their own cool suggestions, and I like that. I think we need to, as a species, or I guess we are a species, come together and work out, the best foods that we like, or something like that. I just think that'd be a cool idea. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone who gave me some suggestions. Keep trying out new stuff, Someone said chocolate and cheese. I think I tried that. So when I was living by myself, I had this big thing where I was like, cheese goes with everything. And some people gave me suggestions, doesn't go with rice. And I was like, I'll try cheese and rice. And although they don't perfectly blend, if you have enough cheese and you can melt it, because if you have fresh hot rice, it's going to melt the cheese, that can be a pretty good dish. I just had rice, cheese, and barbecue sauce, and that was an amazing meal, which it's ridiculous. And I guess it's actually a really good low-cost meal, because cheese is not too expensive, and rice is amazingly cheap, and barbecue sauce is barbecue sauce. So yeah, that pro tip right there. If you want to try cheese of everything, then that's an easy way to make things better. Also, I'm gonna loop around this chicken before we look for a horse, because I didn't mention that's what I was doing today. I was like, oh, I have time to do this, so I'm gonna do things with it. But yeah, I want to find a horse in this world, because I still don't have a horse in the entirety of this Let's Play world, and I'd like that personally. So I don't know the best way to look around for a horse. I think I have to find a plains biome, because I don't think horses spawn in savannas. I think they're the one exception of the mob that won't. So I'd find a plains biome somewhere in this world, which is easier said than done, actually. Actually, wait, is there any... I think we have to go really far to the south. And since, I've been exploring a lot recently. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go to the south. We're going to see what's up there. So, I also I saw some people that were like, Toy Cat, I don't like pizza. Or like, Toy Cat, I like pizza, but I like it without the cheese and the tomato. Everyone likes pizza. I just think you got to try harder. That's all I'm saying. And that was kind of the key response right there. Also, a lot of people talk about the cat sound, and I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, before since we're coming very close to the end here, one thing that I did... I thought that was something new, but it's just the desert from... Oh no, it is something new, I think. Actually, yeah, okay, so we got a desert well over there. It might have a village surrounding it. And if it doesn't, then... I'm not sure why I'm going there, actually. I think, there's no village around it, so let's just keep looking for a plains island, which I think there is one just over here, in fact. But yeah, so I did travel to Spain last week, and I had a very, very fun time. The thing about, what I like to do is I like to try and make sure everything I do is fun and happy if possible. And, one of the cool things is, not only did I have a fun time there, but also as soon as I got back, I had that craving's not a word, but that extreme desire. It's I have to make these YouTube videos. And I think this past week, I don't know if people can tell or not. Some people say they can. I think that's pretty cool. I've been having the most fun recording videos and just playing Minecraft and just goofing off my spare time. Look at this cool thing I found. And, I just wanted to, in response to people who are like, you travel a lot. I do, but, I travel for very short amounts of time. Whereas I feel like the generic, go on holiday thing is, go for 2 weeks, maybe a week somewhere, and just relax for that amount of time. With me, it's just 2 days if, go check out Madrid, sorry. Super hot. But yeah, super nice place otherwise. And it gets me back into the video thing. And that's one of the things I just want to raise here. I think if you really love something, and YouTube is one of the things, for me at least. I know a lot of people aren't the same way, but YouTube is something I really, really, really do love. It is important to every now and then take a break from it. Like, if you ever feel like the thing that you once loved becomes something that's a chore, instead of just thinking, oh, well, this thing sucks now, which is, again, a lot of people's attitude to YouTube in particular, but it's also an attitude people have towards... I mean, people have the attitude towards a lot of things, is what I'm saying here. I think a really good piece of life advice. I'm sorry if you can hear loud screaming in the background, but I think a really good piece of life advice for that is just always try and take a break from something if it's being terrible, or even because some things. Also, okay, we got a plains biome here, and we've got 2 cows at least. There should just be a horse that spawns at some point. It's always good to take a small break from it because you'll come back, you'll feel the passion again, hopefully, and that's that. And if it's something you can't take a break from, then, I don't know, imagine you're on a break and being like, how good would that be? And I know, for me at least, that really helps out. And that's why taking 2 days off once a month to fly to somewhere in Europe, usually. I mean, it was Boston last month, maybe? But yeah, it's usually in Europe. It's usually super cheap, just, yeah, let's just go somewhere. Do something entirely different in life. And I think that might be something... It is really bizarre, and I think like it's something they teach you really early in the business. Like, some people just work better when they're constantly switching, because even though it's best to focus on a task, if you're focusing on a task that you think will never end, then that's not good, or something. Either way, I'm going out of my depth now. It's been like years since I did business, even though I did it for several years, and maybe you learned a thing, and if you didn't learn a thing, then... maybe you could tell me where my boat is, because, okay, we've got it. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy today's video. I'm still going to look for a horse. I don't know where I'm going to find one. Maybe my world cannot spawn horses. Maybe there's some weird rule about that. But I'm going to keep on looking. I'm going to keep on believing. And I'll let you know if I ever do find one. So thank you all very much for watching the Let's Play. It's one of my favourite series I do on this channel, because it is just an opportunity to talk about whatever words and stuff come to my head. And in this case, those words and stuff included Spain... life, and cats, and how we should have military service at age 13, where you actually, instead of serving the military, you just wear green and fight monsters. So yeah, okay, that was all good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode, where I'll be doing a jungle tree and a bucket of milk, I guess. Probably, maybe I might be fighting the wither, because I've got that. But yeah, there's only so much time I can have in a YouTube video before I've just been going on forever. But yeah, goodbye.